Michelle Carter, center, with her defense attorneys viewed the scene at a former Kmart store in Fairhaven, where the body of Conrad Roy III was found in a pickup truck. In the Fairhaven parking lot, where Conrad Roy III killed himself in 2014, flowers and a stone with a heart, and his name rests against a wall. Michelle Carter is accused of pressuring Roy, who was 18, into suicide. On Thursday, testimony resumes in her jury-waived trial for involuntary manslaughter. Law enforcement investigators and possibly a representative from the state medical examiner's office are expected to take the stand. Carter, Bristol County prosecutors allege, is criminally responsible for Roy's death because she urged him to kill himself in text messages, even ordering him back into his truck when had second thoughts about taking his own life. Roy died from carbon monoxide poisoning on July 12, 2014. Carter's lawyers contend that Roy planned and carried out his suicide on his own. Her defense also noted that Carter has mental health issues and was taking medication that made her irritable, an attitude that explains the harsh tone of some of her text messages. On Wednesday, several of Carter's peers described text messages they received from her around the time of Carter's death, including two in which she said she listened on her cell phone as Roy succumbed to the carbon monoxide. In one exchange with former classmate Alexandra Eblin, 2 days before Roy killed himself, Carter wrote that she was losing all hope that he's even still alive. Carter told her peers that she listened over the phone as Roy succumbed to the carbon monoxide fumes, admitting she never alerted authorities or his family, prosecutors said. "I could have stopped him, but I told him to get back in the car," Carter wrote in a text to Samantha Boardman, a fellow student she desperately wanted to befriend. "I knew he would do it all over again. I couldn't have him living the way he was living anymore." 4 days after Roy's death, Carter texted Ollie Ithier, who she met at a summer camp in 2014 and barely knew, that she was on the phone talking to him when he killed himself. "I heard him dying." Other text messages by prosecutors depicted Carter as a high school senior as fixated on elevating her social status. "Yeah, I have school friends that all say they love me, but no one ever asks to hang out with me. No one ever calls me or texts me," Carter wrote Boardman. "It's always me who has to do it. So when someone actually makes an effort to talk to me and hang out and stuff, it makes me feel so happy," she added. "And I actually feel important, like I'm worth something." Carter has been charged as a youthful offender in Bristol Juvenile Court and if convicted faces up to 20 years in prison. But criminal justice specialists predict that prosecutors will have a difficult time proving that Carter caused Roy's death. Most involuntary manslaughter cases involve physical action, but her words and text messages provided the action, said Daniel Medwood, a professor of law and criminal justice at Northeastern University's School of Law. "The question is whether her morally despicable behavior constitutes manslaughter under the law, and I don't know that it does."